Hello guys, welcome to my video. Today this video is gonna be about how we wash the cakes inside the brewery. So right now here we have the cake washer. It's from Caliber company from German, and this is before we start the machine, we have to make sure that we have air pressure. What we need the air pressure, we need to have the proper CO2 with proper pressure, and then we have two different tanks here. This tank is for the sanitizer, and this side it's hot and it's caustic tank. So what it's gonna do is like first it's gonna rinse the cake from water with air pressure, and then after when it's rinse the cake with water with air pressure, and then after it will rinse the cake with the caustic with the air pressure, and after caustic with air pressure it will again rinse the cake with water and air pressure, and after the water and air pressure the last cycle will be CO2 with sanitizer. So here we go. So this is the cake right now. Clean, dirty cake, but clean from outside. Here we have the sanitizer. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sanitize the coupler. We're gonna sanitize the cake, but we'll not press this right now. So this is we have another coupler. We can only clean two cakes at a time. So we'll sanitize this cake, and then when we connect, we'll press both together, and then we'll put this cake right down. Next one also put this right down. Now what we have to do is first, this cake is full of CO2 and with dirty beer inside. So whatever is there, we have to clear it out first. So we're gonna clear it out through pushing it manually, and then by manually it's gonna throw the air inside and then throw out all the dirty air or CO2 and the beer out to the line. So we're gonna do the manual. Here we have the manual and auto button, only two buttons here. So we're gonna go with manual for like 5-6 seconds or like 10 seconds. You can see the air is going inside and it's throwing out all the remaining beer and the air. So after we do that, and then the most important things is before we operate this machine or before we start cleaning the cakes, our temperature must be 165 Fahrenheit above. So right now my temperature is about 168.8 Fahrenheit and it's about 76 degree. So now I'm gonna hold it to auto for like 1, 2, 3, and then the machine is on. So it's going for the fourth cycle. Fourth cycle, water on and air, and same time the drainage is not on because it's already rinsed with water and air. Now it's rinsing with hot water, the caustic, and then the air. So the second phase also done. Now it will then all the caustic and air out, and then now it's rinsing with water again. So it's rinsing cycle 2. The water is on, air is on. So now the water is cleaning again because caustic and the sanitizer, when it's mixed, it will be harmful. So it has to rinse. So now it's rinsing again with the water. It's rinsing the caustic. So It's like for like 50 seconds. Next time I'm gonna bring the camera in the screen so you guys can see the screen. So now our second cycle also done, and now will be the final cycle. So it will be sanitized with CO2. So now it's running sanitizer, and this will be our last phase. Now our sanitizer cycle is done. Now it will pulse this cake with CO2. So now we are done, and then we're gonna take this out. We're gonna check is there any remaining CO2 or no, or water left or no. It's nothing is there. So we're gonna keep it down. We're gonna keep it down. Remove the coupler. But we will not open the coupler because there will be the pressure. So we're gonna let it out. There is the venting port here, so we'll bend it out. See, you can see it here. Yeah. So now we are done. So we'll remove this coupler slowly. Done. And then again from this side, we'll remove the coupler, and then this is the sanitizer, and this is our clean lids with sanitizer. So we're gonna put the sanitizer there with lids, sanitizer, and then our cake is clean. So we're gonna keep the clean cake side. So guys, now I'm gonna show you the cycle from the zoom in so you can see. So guys, the cake is already connected, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through this manual for a second, because as I told you in earlier video that if we hold on to the manual, we will drain the remaining beer and the CO2. So we're gonna go manual and hold it. For like 10 seconds, because the cake is almost empty and there is some like foam or like dirty beers there. So done. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold to auto like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So now the machine is running. So this is the first cycle. Water is on, air is on, but the drain is off because it's rinsing inside the cake. So now what is happening is that this cake inside there is the dirty beer or like finish over beer. So it's rinsing with water with air pressure. So rinsing cycle 1 is done, as you can see. Now caustic cycle. So it will run the caustic pump and the air, so that everything inside the cake will clean. caustic cycle is running through air. So the air is off and the second purge is done, second cycle is done. So now our second cycle is on. So again, we are rinsing the caustic with water and air. So when we sanitize, there shouldn't be caustic inside. So it's cleaning with water and air. So now the water is off, air is still on because it has to drain all the water out. So now everything is drained and then it will stop. The second cycle is stopped, it's rinsing cycle. Now the another cycle will come, that is sanitizing cycle. So sanitizing cycle with CO2 and sanitizer. So now what is happening is first we clean with water, rinse with water, then caustic, and then again water. Now we are sanitizing inside with CO2. So sanitizer pump is off, and then now we have to drain all that sanitizer through CO2. So no bacteria can live inside. And it has to be packed with CO2. So the CO2 is, now the CO2 drainage will be off, and then it will give inside like 20 psi. We will have to put CO2 like 20 psi inside. So CO2 is on, pressurizing the cake. So after the CO2 is done, we are done. So this is how we clean the cakes in brewery. So done. So since we are a small craft brewery, we have only two size of cake. One is 58 liters and then one is small. This is like 19 and a half liters. So we do have two kinds of cake right now. So this is all the dirty cakes we have. How we know it's dirty is because there is no cap. And there is no cap. Once we use the beer, we'll remove the cap and there is no label. And how we know that the keg is clean is because we put the clean caps. After we clean, it will be all with the white caps. So that means the keg is clean. And now today we have a lot of cakes to wash. As you can see, a lot of cakes. So today, whole day cleaning cakes. So see you guys. This is the short and sweet video about how we clean the cake inside the brewery. So hope you guys like my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in my next video. My next video is will be like again how we cake the beer, because today I clean the cakes. So next video will be how we cake the beer again. So guys, see you in my next video. Thank you so much.